Hey everyone, J-Rob Plays here, and today I just wanted to put together a quick video going over the new TWAB or TWID for 9.18, talking about the new changes coming, and they're going to try to get them out not only by Tuesday, but I guess they're going to have like a follow-up patch, like a series of follow-up patches trying to get these changes out as quickly as possible. And a lot of these changes are surprisingly good changes. The biggest thing though is addressing the power climb, and this is kind of what they talk about, working on making it faster, doing some of the engram bonuses, catch-up mechanics, things like that. So it says they want to make bonus engrams to be a source of motivation, encouraging you to play. And in the portal right now, whenever you get these bonus engrams, they're going to be under your power normally, and they're not going to help your power grind. So what they've done is that they've made bonus engrams contribute to the power climb all the way up to the 550 cap. What I interpret that is, and they're not specific about it, but I interpret that is they're going to probably drop it +2, just like your normal completion drops. So like, let's say I've got my 1 completion drop and 3 bonus drops waiting for me, then I'll get 4 +2 drops, which is a good chance at least 3 of those will be in slots where I need them. There may be a copy or 2. And then from there, I can go to a different activity in a different playlist and go and get maybe 5 if I have 2 completion rewards +3 drops, and just go through and start knocking out all of my completion rewards like I used to do whenever we first started doing the power grind. That's one of the things I did, because at that time the bonus drops were actually contributing to your power climb. And even better is that once you get to 500, once this change is live, you'll actually be able to go in there and you'll get 3 bonus drops at 1 power, so +1 power, and then of course your completion rewards, if you're doing something with 2 completion rewards or 3 completion rewards, if that's even going to be a thing once they do this update, you'll have those additional pinnacle power drops, which will be +2 still probably. Hopefully they can make them +3 again, or +4 would be great, but at least you'll have your +1 drops with your bonus drops, so maybe 4 +1 bonus drops, and then possibly up to the 2 right now, unless they change it to 3 completion rewards, they could be pinnacles, plus your bonus drops. So really cool change, and I think that will definitely make it a lot easier and freshen things up. It's how it should have been in the first place. I don't know how somebody could have seen the bonus engrams and said, why don't we just make these worse than the engrams? You know, like, it should always have been a thing where the bonus engram dropped at whatever power your completion reward would drop at, and so now it is, and that's going to allow people to then go through and clear out their whole playlist and play everything in Fireteam Ops, play all your Pinnacle Ops. You can go through and get your bonus engrams from Crucible and then go back into solo ops if you wanted to do so, or continue playing in Fireteam Ops with your friends, now that they're going to be hopefully increasing more of these activities completion rewards, like actual completion rewards, the ones that can go prime. With the catch-up mechanic they have that says catching up with your friends won't be a problem, because they're going to make it to where people who haven't been playing can kind of kick in. I know some players are going to be a little upset at this, because there's been this like prestige for people that have been able to know life the game to the point where they get to the max, and they don't like it when people can just wait until the end of the season and then play for a couple weeks and get everything that they spent the whole 3 months getting. But in the end, if it makes more people come back, and if more people end up playing because they don't feel like they're stuck anymore, because that's the reason why people stop a lot of times, is they'll be grinding and grinding and they play for a whole week and only make 4 power progress, and they're like, this isn't fun. So now those people can come back and catch up, and I don't care, you know, it's more people to play with. Like, I don't care that I spend more time doing the same thing that they're doing in the end, as long as everybody's playing still and enjoying themselves, and they're ready to play the harder difficult activities like I am, and that's more people again to play with in the end, which is what Destiny was supposed to be originally, then so be it. I think that's not going to be a problem. Now, when it comes to the more weekly powerful rewards, I still don't know what they're trying to get at here. They talked about enhancing the weekly ritual by adding a new challenge and stuff that they've already done, but they're taking another small step forward, weekly challenges. So they're talking about, I guess, with the weekly challenges giving you maybe more either bonus drops or bigger improvements to the power climb, but they didn't go into specifics. It says here you can earn additional power rewards beyond weeklies, such as playing the expansion or the portal. There should be an additional option to accelerate your progress even faster. So I'd be interested to see what they actually do with this. They weren't exactly super clear on that. So I think the biggest change that they've made in this particular TWID is the power claim changes, and this is going to be the most impactful one at bringing players back, or trying to get players to play in the first place that never even tried. Hopefully people will then have a good experience, post that information on social media and that information on YouTube and Twitter, and the creators will be able to be a little more positive about it, because that's what's going to really bring people back, as far as people seeing, okay, it's fixed, now I can try and play the game normal. But it's just the start. Like, this is just like the beginning of the changes that are going to actually make the game more palatable for a lot of people and actually fun to play again, because this is really alleviating what people are already playing or struggling with. This is still not something that if I were already done with Destiny 2, that I would say, okay, well, now this change, I'm going to come back. Some people may, but the majority of people need more than just fixing something that shouldn't have been broken in the first place. So that's kind of where we're at. We're kind of trying to claw back out of the hole so that we can be on like slightly below ground level, because Destiny has been slightly below ground level when it comes to their highs as far as content that's available and the quality of the content that we're getting. And they're trying right now desperately just to make sure they're treading water again, and then they can at that point start to try to build some positive momentum, as Dylan was trying to enthusiastically say the other day that got memed into oblivion. And hopefully this time around, you know, they will realize what they've done. We'll actually take our feedback seriously as a community. Stop playing the victim. You know, like he put out a recent tweet about how that, you know, it's sad that one more thing is going to be held against him. But, you know, again, it's not, you get paid for this. You know what I mean? Like, you get paid for this. If you're a community manager of any kind, you get paid well for this, more than the average American citizen. So it's okay to get memed on. Like, you kind of want to be in that situation where you're either a good or a bad meme if you're in communications, because that's what lets your popularity grow, being a meme, essentially. So it's not a problem. You know, embrace it, roll with it. And, you know, if it were me, I would wear like a, you know, momentum shirt or something silly going forward in all the videos, just to show that I'm cool with taking that feedback, because that's my job, right? That's what I get hired to do as a communications professional. So hopefully he'll learn from this and his attitude will be a little bit more professional going forward. But seems like a crazy ask, because they are so unprofessional in everything they've done over the last few years, since a lot of the regime change from the older guys to the newer guys. Like, even the older developers, you know, weren't exactly the most professional, but they were still like decent. These people have just been like, what are you doing? Like, it's just like, what are you doing? But, you know, it is what it is. I tend to try to give them the benefit of the doubt on this. You know, they've been so poor in every other aspect as far as player sentiment and just making choices that they've done that have really backfired on them as of late. So I hope that they can see this little baby win and realize that this is just them making up for the mistakes that they've made, and they don't get the pat on the back yet until they actually deliver something new and fresh that people are going to enjoy. And again, I hope they keep this type of momentum, as small as it is, going forward. And I look forward to more positive changes. I'll see you guys in the next video.